What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now before I jump into the video, I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone out there. I know it's a bit late, but nonetheless, Happy New Year's. Now this is going to be the first video of 2020, and I decided to buy a smartphone from Wish. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Wish, there's Wish and there's Geek. I'll throw the links in the description below where you can find pretty much anything, and most of the stuff are coming from China or overseas, and sometimes you can get really lucky with a product. Now, I decided to buy a smartphone from them after scrolling through and was very skeptical, but I got this for a pretty sweet deal. We'll know if it was a pretty sweet deal, but the price I believe was under 60 bucks. There's the picture right there, and I'll throw the link in the description below, and it came, so I can't wait to check it out. So let's start with the box. Now, just off bat, pretty cheap box right here, guys. Nothing too crazy. There's a plain old white box. You guys can decorate it how you want, but there's not much going on. Alright, let's get into the box. Here we have the phone. Now, yes, I did open this already just to make sure my product was working, because I really didn't want to unbox a not working phone, but it's working. Alright, let's check out the accessories. Now, I do like that they did give you a case included, a pretty sweet clear case. And I'm looking at this case, and there's a retail store in my area that sells the same quality of case for $40, guys. $40 freaking dollars. Their margins are ridiculous, but I guess I understand. They're a store, they have employees, they have a lot of bills, etc. But this came free with the phone. Does have a user manual, which we will not check out because it's a smartphone. If you don't know how to use a smartphone in 2020, it's pretty easy to use, guys. It's pretty easy. There's another user manual here. I'm guessing this is the English one, and the other one was the Chinese, or probably a different language. Then we have some headphones. Now these are, I'm grateful for the headphones, guys. Don't expect much when you're buying these phones for the prices, and especially from Wish. Now, yes, these are cheap headphones, but hey, you got headphones, especially if this is for like an itty bitty kid. You don't want to get him nothing expensive in case he breaks it. We have a micro USB charger. Charger actually feels pretty good. And then we have a cheap power brick. Now, you guys probably have a ton of these lying around, and even a ton of these cables from your old Android, so if you don't want to use this and you want to use something a little bit better, I'm pretty sure you guys have some at home. Alright, and that's the box. There's nothing much in there. Now here's the phone. Let's put the case on, just see how it looks. Come on, fit at least. There we go, guys. Now, the one positive already that I like about this is that, it's your one-stop shop, guys. You don't have to go out looking for a case. You don't have to go out looking for a screen protector, because guess what? They give you a screen protector, which we will peel off in a few. Now, the battery does not come in the phone when you get it. I just, like I said earlier, I tried it out just to make sure it was working. So I had already packed the battery into the phone. But here it is, guys. Here's the battery right here, in case you guys don't know the specs. Pretty light. It's a 4,000 milliamp battery. Don't know about that. But you do get a micro SD slot right here and 2 SIM slots. So if you guys want to, dual SIM up, you can. Now, it is one camera and one flash, but on the back cover, you can see that it kind of gives you the illusion that this has a triple camera, and it fooled to me, but it does not have a triple camera. It just have the single camera. But it does gives a nice, cool look to say that you have 3 cameras. If you don't know where the buttons are, they're all labeled at the back with this plastic. The power rocker, the volume up, volume down. You have a charging port, and I did read in the manual that this is a fingerprint scanner. We will check that out, and then it just tells you that, put the battery in. Now, there's a little tape that comes on the battery by the connectors. You do have to remove that for the phone to work. Alright, so let's peel off the second part of the screen protector, and there we go, guys. You have a complete phone. I'm pretty sure they had to include the cover, because it would be hard to find a case for this phone, as it's not of a popular brand or name. Alright, so here it is. Now this video might be a little bit longer, so you guys can definitely skip through it. Alrighty, guys, so the phone was pretty much dead. I just plugged it in. I got my trusty Anchor battery pack right here, and we're using that to power the phone. Now, there's not a lot of setup when you turn the phone on. It just takes you directly to this home screen. There's no setup at all. It just takes you to the home screen, guys. And that's pretty much it. Now the first thing we're going to look at is the camera, because that's a major feature in every smartphone when you buy it. A lot of people use their cameras, so we're just going to check out how this camera is. So as you guys can see, that's the front camera right there. I got my Facebook group from my local Pokemon raids just chilling out there. Alright, we're going to flip the camera around and we're going to see the back camera. Here it is. So we're going to take a picture of this battery pack and I'll throw it up so you guys can see how it looks. There we go. And then I'll also throw up some outside shots just so you guys can see how it looks in good and nice preset lighting outside. And yep, hopefully you guys get a feel of what the camera is. So that's the camera. The second thing we will be looking at is another important feature of phone is a phone call. Now I don't have a SIM in the phone to make a phone call, but I do call my girlfriend a lot on the messenger. So we're just going to go over to the messenger right here, which also gives us a chance to see how the social media works. And then we're just going to click on her and I'm going to try to call her right now. And let's see how good the calling is. We're going to put it on speaker. Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm almost there.
Okay, so you guys can see that the call connected pretty well. She can hear me, but the speaker is pretty low. So you might want to use those included headphones, or I'm pretty sure you guys have better headphones out there. Can you call me back just so I can see the phone rings?
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to hang up now. Alright, so if you guys do use the Facebook messengers to call a lot of people, maybe you have family overseas, that calling feature definitely works. We're just going to give it a few seconds. There we go. We're going to answer it. It's going to connect. We're going to put that on speaker again. Hello? Okay, and she can hear me as well. So both the incoming and the outgoing call features work, and we also got to test out the mic for the phone, so we know that the mic works pretty good because she can clearly hear me. Alright, babe, thank you. I'm gonna hang up now. Alright, and that's how the calling feature works. Now the third feature that we're going to check out is just the claims of the memory. Now I'm going to throw up all the links and she's outside. Okay, I'm going to go grab her. I'll be right back. So here we are back again with the phone. It turned out that I had to step out, so it's been like 3 hours. During that 3 hours, the phone got to charge up to 100%, so we no longer need the battery pack, which is kind of good because it was kind of in the way. Alright, so continuing where we left off, I was about to talk about the memory of the phone because we wanted to see if the description on the Geek or Wish site was accurate. So it claims to have about 32 gigs of storage. So let's go over right here. And as we can see, that one was correct. Now it also says that it has about, I think they have 4 gigs, 4 gigs, 512, and 256 MB. That's the memory options for the RAM. So I'm not able to check that, but I'm going to go on a whim and say, since we got the highest RAM at 32, that we also got the highest RAM at 4. Now, the other thing I wanted to check, it did say that it's running Android 8.0. And it also said that it's an octa-core, which ain't ridiculous. But hey, that's what it says on paper, and that's what it says in the phone. So we're going to go with that. And that's some of the, or two of the main features that I wanted to go over in this video. Alright, moving on. Now, it also has some good security, it says. It says it has fingerprint. I actually thought that this was the fingerprint, but it turns out this is just for like aesthetic look, probably why they didn't label it on the back. But if you go into settings right here and you go to device, you see fingerprint, and then you can, if you hit fingerprint management, you turn on the fingerprint, then you kind of just scan on the screen itself. Now I highly doubt that this phone has a on-screen fingerprint at the price, you know, for like $60, guys. Let's hit finish. Now let's try this out. So you see, no SIM. Okay, there we go. So it seems like it works pretty good, right? Let's try that again. But here's the funny thing with this fingerprint. it's not really a fingerprint, because you can literally use any finger and it'll unlock the phone. Even though you only scan the thumb, or supposedly scan the thumb, it literally just unlocks. Like, it's just weird. Anyways, so that's not very secure, right? Because if you were depending on the fingerprint, it's not really a fingerprint. So you still want to go ahead and use the traditional lock screen. There you go. So the screen lock, you can go ahead and just set a pattern of some sort. We're just going to do something simple. Alright, retry. Just going to go like that, and then continue, and then we're going to go like that. So you probably want to go with that. That seems to be way more secured. There we go. So I would use the pattern pin, not use that so-called fingerprint. Alright, so that's the security. We're also going to check out how the streaming works, because that's another thing that most people do. So here I went ahead and downloaded YouTube. Now we're only going to try YouTube because, you know, it's YouTube. Everybody uses YouTube for media consumption, whether it be videos or audio or just whatever. It's YouTube. So I was checking out this random video. I think it's the Flash video. We're just going to hit continue, just so you guys can see how good it plays. There it is. And we're going to skip that. There we go, guys. That's a little review of the latest CW Flash DC crossover. Seems to be working fine, as you guys can see. We're going to put it back in portrait mode, and we're just going to click on another random video. So let's click on top 10 scariest characters on Watch Mojo.
Have to be scary to frighten.
I accidentally skipped.
Films, but these are the films that manage to stand out from the crowd.
There you go, guys. The phone works pretty good. Now, remember when I brought this phone back into the camera, it was at 99%. So you guys can kind of get a feel of what the battery life is. We'll check it back once we finish going through the phone. Alright, so you guys can see there's no issues with streaming, which is awesome, because that's definitely a feature that everybody uses the phone for, or a function, a lot of streaming. Alright, moving on, we're going to check out how the social media works. So I have here Facebook, which is pretty much the only social media I use, with the exception of Instagram. And even though it takes a little bit to load, if you have a little bit of patience, it does load, it does open up, and then you can go about your day. You know, you can scroll through, and then everything seems to just fall into place. You know, it loads pretty good. Let's try to open this article right here. Because, you know, Facebook have a lot of these little articles that you can just open and read. And look, that actually opens surprisingly fast. I'm not going to lie. That one worked pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so that works pretty nice. We're going to hit go back. We're just going to go back. We're going to close that. Close it. Then we're just going to go back to Facebook. There we go, and Facebook works. So we got the social media down. I'm not sure if you want to use this phone to upload pictures, but if you definitely just want to check out your media, this will definitely work. Alright, the other thing we're going to be checking out is kind of the last thing, is gaming. So gaming is another function that a lot of people use their device for, whether it be for small gaming, like for example Candy Crush, which we will try out. Now, similar to how the media loaded and YouTube and Facebook, which is basically the both media, it has a little bit of lag when it's loading, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't have 4 gigs of RAM, but it does work. You just got to be a little bit patient, and it works. So we're gonna see how long Candy Crush takes to load, and you guys can see that it is in fact taking a minute to load. But there we have the sound, and it's still stuck there. There we go. So if you hit play, I'm at stage 2. Yeah, I don't know if you want to use this for gaming. You might have to have a lot of patience, but yeah, it takes a while. Does take a while. Now there are times when it runs pretty smooth, but more often it runs like this, guys. And I'm not sure if you want to experience that. Now if you do have this phone and you know and it's been working great for you, drop it in the comments below. Let everyone know what's the best feature about this one, or what made you buy it. You know, maybe you just kept it because you can't return it, but who knows. And there we go, guys. The second time around, Candy Crush seems to be working a whole lot better. It's really responsive. It's working like it is on like one of these super high-end phones. Look at that, guys. Candy Crush works flawlessly on the phone. Perfect. Alright, the last game that I'm going to try to open is this Johnny Trigger. It seems to be the #1 downloaded game in the Google Play Store right now. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems to be really nice. So let's see if it can open up on this phone. Will it open up on the phone? Maybe not. Okay, we're just going to go back home. We're going to try to open it one more time. Okay, it's opening up the second time. Okay, so far it looks like it's opening up smooth. It's loading. Johnny Trigger. Okay, I think it kind of froze now. So it might take a minute for this to open up. Alrighty, guys, so that game is not opening up, but for the most part, everything did seem to work pretty good on the phone. It's just very, very laggy, guys. And that's pretty much everything that we're going to go over about this phone. If there's anything else you guys want me to answer, drop it in the comments below. I'll definitely try my best to answer it. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to check out the phone for yourself, maybe you want to buy it just to check it out. Link is always in the description below. Share this with anyone. Maybe you got a friend or family who bought this phone, wants to know a little bit more about it. Here it is. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.